Greetings.
And okay, now we got microphone for me. Perfect.
God.
I know, right? Well, now we. Yeah,
There's technical difficulties every time, Cal.
I know. We're back. Match 2. Looks like we got our very own Bagel TCG, Noah, on the man, the myth, the Starvo, against Old Time.
It's going to be Noah's last time sleeving up Autumn's Touch.
Oof.
This is his send-off.
This is the send-off to the touching of Altim. Important to note that Old Time can also play Autumn's Touch here. So.
He can play Autumn's Touch.
Really?
I'm a little less scared of Autumn's Touch. I said Auto Touch, which is very weird.
Auto Touch is a lot different from Autumn's Touch.
Yeah, that's a different thing entirely.
Okay, I have to zoom out just a smidge. Okay. We want full view of Guardian on Guardian gameplay. Two burly men hammering each other.
Sir?
I like how his opponent just reveals without knowing the role.
I mean, his opponent, there's not much spicy going on here. I mean, the fact that there's a winner's whale instead of a sledge, I guess, is the only way it could possibly be spicy, but even then, I think winner's is correct. I feel like sledge would be the spicier option.
Well, it looks like Old Time goes first, so his tunic ticks up. What's happening here? It looks like
he's fused.
He's sideboarding.
So yeah, I think he realized he had like 70 cards in his deck. There is a possibility that here we are on pretty much timed rounds. I did see that a team did draw in a match. Like, I don't know how that ended up working. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe that is due to technical difficulties.
Yeah. However, with it being on time, Oldham can play the just grindy fatigue plan against Starvo. I don't know if it works, but I have seen that be a potential option if time wasn't a factor. At least early on, we're still kind of discussing what beats Starvo and what doesn't. Before we realized, nothing consistently, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Except Prism. But yeah.
Yep. Prism was the only deck that could beat up on Starvo at any kind of consistency.
Oh, I get to, man, I'm glad I don't have to fight with this lag now, and I can just watch someone else fight with it.
Yeah, you get to watch Fab in slow motion.
To be fair, it looks a lot better on our, I mean, I guess it's peer-to-peer across the board. Apparently there is it doesn't set like a pseudo-host, kind of.
Yeah.
Because it, like, otherwise, our ping to Noah would be higher because they had created a room, but we're connecting to Noah. That is super weird. I don't know what the net code for this game looks like.
It's probably not good.
I mean, hey, we just played a game 12 hours apart.
That's true. That is fair.
It's not like games need Twitch APM or anything.
Looks like we have a full block on this very spicy red Autumn's Touch.
And I do not care about reaction phases. I just want to get most of these cards out of hand at the same time.
Time to block.
So that I do not have to fight lag more.
Yep, you have to be very slow and deliberate while you have 9,999 ping.
This game is gonna take so long. Strap in!
Strap in, boys! We're in for a show. A very slow show. It's gonna be a lot of hammering.
Oh. Go on. That's a red pummel.
That's a red pummel.
So
Alright,
I'm gonna overpitch that to get the fuck out of here.
yeah, he's like, I don't want this right now.
Hello, Joseph.
He might just be perma muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
I don't want to interrupt you, fellas.
That's fair. You sound like you're in a bathroom.
Wow. So
Already
using the
So
legs.
he's got a
turn.
fuse. Yeah, he's got a good turn in it.
What do we? What? How good? We talking Oakenold?
I mean, if you're giving up your boots this early, it's gotta be.
I
Right?
think
It's
it
gotta
has
be
to
an
be.
older, crippling.
So we know we had that card in Arsenal for a couple turns. It makes me think
Yeah.
it's a D-react. I think it's a staunch. I'm gonna say it's a red staunch. Oh, we've got the pulse. Things get spooky here. Pitch the lightning. Play the Oakenold.
There it is.
There's the
The
Oakenold.
Oaken
So he
old. He
mouses
said,
over Arsenal.
"Yeah,
I'm
that's
feeling-
definitely a
Feeling a
a
staunch.
D-react." The there's something very disrespectful about Oaken-olding and Oldhim. It's like, hey, this card should probably be an Oldhim specialization. Look how much better I am at using it than you.
Yeah, it's
But
plus
if I
2
play,
go
I'll
again.
plus 2 attack and go again.
Pretty good effects, I would say. Let's see. Can he cover 11? Staunch is what? I have no idea.
What do you think? Staunch is 6, and then you can pitch into it for plus 4 on each, I think. But you have to pitch 4 into it.
We're
right,
pitching a
that's
chunk
a
load.
Big old pitchy boy.
That feels like a staunch pitch.
He pitched a blizzard and then a red. Or is he just,
Yellow.
like,
Oh, wait a minute. We have a yellow staunch.
wow.
7. This is 9.
So it's gonna be 9 and
Wow, and a pulse of Eisenloft. We call that a full block.
that is full block.
Quite chunky here. And then just chooses to... Oh, and ice reacted. Oh, okay. Alright, so ice reacted and then pitch to hammer, I'm guessing?
So wait, he pitched the pulse for react? Is that how that works?
Yes, and prevent 2. So let's see, that would be 11.
11, yeah,
Yep.
okay.
Pretty solid.
Yeah, about as well as you could hope to.
I'm assuming Oldtime is just going to move to Arsenal.
Arsenal this.
Yep.
Yeah. You like having the crown. And you can't play your will with a frostbite and one conqueror. He could have pitched to,
Yep.
you know, pay for the frostbite with tunic.
Then it's not even a Frosty 4 then.
You're right.
We have what we call here a little Autumn's Touch.
A little 6 damage.
6 damage.
And we do know that the Oldhim is running pummels. So if you're running like pummels, red pummels and yellow staunches are just, it's like such a mixed signal. What are we doing?
That's what we call a full block in the books. Block 6. What are we gonna see here? We're gonna see an E-strike go again.
Wow. You think it's go again? It's probably just for 7, right? To Arsenal?
That's true. Yeah.
We're getting a
Tunic Crown here.
crowny boy.
Little 5-card hand.
Doing his best chain 8 impression.
No on hits, just raw damage coming in.
Yeah, so you could just throw a 2 or 3 block under there if you don't need it.
Yep.
I think he would probably throw more if he wasn't fusing.
Yeah, this looks
So
like a
expect a fuse here. You also know that this ultimate isn't just saving his all for D-react, so there's going to be times where dominates get through. And we have just a regular, hopefully normal fuse token old.
Yep.
Yes.
It's coming in for 9. Relevant on hit.
No go again, but indeed a relevant on hit.
This is an old school Logan old. Oh, jeez. We're gonna be here for a while.
All right. Well, since we're gonna be here a while, I'm definitely gonna order lunch.
Tanking. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
A really thrilling game. We've had some thrilling games back to back here between.
The prison game was fun.
Yeah, I guess it was a little more interaction.
Looks like he doesn't knock. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. With the crown prevention is 9. Yeah, with an earth react.
So we got 6 being blocked right now.
Yep. Currently 7 with crown.
Yes.
And then an earth react will just get him over the top. Yep, so we got the earth react on a burgeoning. This almost feels like a post-ban list.
I do believe it is.
Could be.
He did say, apparently Noah's opponent told him that it's like they were just trying to practice some post-ban stuff and see what was good.
Interesting. Well, that should bode well for us.
You do like it, considering we have a win-win situation going here.
Little Frosty 4, as they say, coming in.
Quite frosted.
Noah says, I'm taking it. We know what that means, folks.
We got a fuse, and we don't care about paying the extra.
And we're keeping our arsenal.
We are keeping our arsenal, so it's likely crippling or broken. Crippling 7, right? So you pitch 3 for that. Could be final. I don't know if you're running that.
Yep. We call that a fusion.
With the flag.
Ooh. Okay. Want some extra resources here.
That's fine. I mean, you expect your the card you draw off crown to net you resources there, right?
Yep.
It's most likely a blue. If not, it nets 0 resources. But
So it looks like we have an Autumn's Touch coming in for 9. Dominate, go again.
What is that? A Polar Blast?
That is a Polar Blast played from Arsenal.
Yeah, okay, so you played it. You didn't even crown. You just played
Correct.
the Polar Blast. Okay,
Yep.
I didn't see that. So we gained double dominating.
Yes. It's very dominating.
It's such a dominating attack.
We call this a staunch response. It's quite staunchy. Quite staunchy. Not paying the extra, just gonna take a little bit of chip damage. And then we've got the Frosty 4 coming in. And looks like we're blocking with a CNC. And then
I might need to step away here.
that's fine.
I believe in you.
Noah is...
Is that CNC block?
Yes, that is a block
Okay.
CNC with Rampart. So we just get a little arsenal here. Move to Oldheim's turn. Most likely a Frosty.
I'll be right back.
Oh, we just got a normal 4 here. Alright, well. Ooh. Takes the damage. So we know what that means, folks. It's got fusion. Fusion. I think this Oldheim is going to have a lot of D-reacts. Yep, we got a Red Autumn's Touch. Now, what is the card that's going to be played? It looks like it's a Red Autumn's Touch. Okay. So, we got a 9 Dominate go again. Bread and butter turn. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, well, it looks like Oldheim's kind of thinking about how he wants to block this. If he wants to block it, 9 damage, kind of strong. Pitching a yellow staunch. A staunchy boy. To crown. Well, interesting.
All right, that's a good phone call.
Nine Dominate go again. What's Oldheim gonna do?
He's probably gonna block it
Yeah.
in some way.
Well, he has pitched a yellow staunch for the crown.
We do hope that Noah is paying attention to attack here, because this is
Oh yeah.
this is what we call those second cycle games, where having the ability to just, even if they are, blues or yellow autumn touches or something like that, just having the ability to go fuse on those last turns of the game when resources are getting low and a lot of the important cards have been played is a good way for Star to come out on top in this game.
Yep. Looks like we're just gonna eat all of it. Interesting. Oof. Oof. Big hammer time. Push damage. Yeah. That's interesting. Noah didn't even have to reveal the pulse. So that's kind of a surprise. A big chunk.
I do like the damage that's coming in on this, though.
Yeah.
Especially if he's blocking with very good offensive cards like this.
These are 2 pretty good offensive cards. These are 3 offensive
pretty good offensive cards.
Wow. Interesting. So I wonder what his turn was going to be like. Now the question is, do you Arsenal? Do you threaten the Frosty Hammer? Just Arsenal. Well. Noah's gonna think, does he want to crown here? He's got the one resource floating. He doesn't.
Okay, he
just
didn't
has
even
the
bother
natty.
because he just has it natty. I was gonna say I know Noah, and he very often has the monkey brain when Tunic is active. So I'm glad that he was able to just leave it there for now. Had a good attack in Arsenal as well at the break ground.
When you have the Tunic resource, you have to use it.
Yeah, it's required.
It's literally required.
Bunga bunga.
You're losing value.
You're losing value. Then you end the turn with 2 cards in hand and a card in Arsenal, and you're like, maybe I shouldn't use that. What happened?
Well, we got a break ground for 9. Go again.
A little 90 boy here.
This is once again a Starvo bread and butter turn.
For the next 80 or so hours.
Yep.
Well, I guess this is technically a break ground, not a lot.
This is a break.
I thought I saw an bottom side of that. Is that another break ground there at the bottom? I'm just bad at pictures.
Yeah, there's an Autumn's Touch in the...
That's what I saw. They're all the same, dude. Earth
all
cards,
green.
Prism cards, like, come on.
Runeblade cards.
Nothing...
Illusionist, they're all the same card. Every card.
Absolutely. Anyway, I just got a phone call to confirm my offer letter, so that feels good.
What's happening here? How can he block with 2 cards? Oh, he's attacking with a second break ground. Got it, for damage. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's damage. We got the
Pushing
Autumn to
damage.
21.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
We gonna see a little hammer time. A little hammer time. Hammer time. We got 44 cards in each player's deck, basically, so this is a grind-a-rooney. And, yeah, so Noah just takes the damage and presents another Starvo. Oh, gosh, there's a Winter's Touch in the potential abyss of TTS. Okay.
Just got flung into the outer.
You never want your cards in the abyss.
The abyss.
The abyss.
The abyss.
What do we got here?
That's Dave Mustaine saying the word abyss is what that is. That's a joke for all those Megadeth fans that exist in 2022.
Oh, we're playing. Oh, I think we know what's happening here, folks. This is the play. He's playing Pulsive Candlehold to
get
put 2
Oakenhold
Oakenolds back on the top.
And then he's gonna crown.
And then he's going to play the Oakenold because he's a very rude boy.
So he's not gonna have the double fuse on it, though. I don't think, right?
Interesting.
Well, he can. Well, no.
He still has the Winter's Bite, right? But yes, it looks like he won't have the double fuse.
I wonder if that was a misplay.
Yeah, maybe he's real.
Now there's 2 Oakenolds. You don't really want the Oakenolds. Like, you have to crown here, right? Like,
yeah.
you have to draw the Oakenold because you don't want a hand of 2 Oakenolds. Maybe he just pitches the Oakenold for the round next turn, or pitches it for something, put it on the bottom of his pitch deck.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure.
Tanner wants you to start talking about the weather.
I mean,
because he's bored.
It's quite nice here in Florida today. I might actually go for a swim.
Yeah, it actually is quite nice. It is a balmy 76 degrees here at 1:30 in the afternoon. You really cannot complain about that in Florida.
No, you can't.
Because in about a month, that 76 is going to be a 96, and you're going to feel like ass.
Yep.
And then you're going to be like, I'm going to go for a swim, because if I don't, I'm just going to stew in my own sweat all day.
Yep.
Because that's Florida.
Pitchy, pitchy, pitchy. Oh, it's another yellow staunch response.
I mean, we're getting through the staunches, so I mean, things are gonna. I mean, he's still leaking damage.
Yeah.
Is the best part. You know, if he double blocks here, he doesn't have an arsenal. If not, he's still leaking a damage.
Leaks the damage, just has to arsenal, and then yep.
Given how many cards are in his deck right now?
So I think we're at like 40 each. So we're vibing. We got so much gameplay left. It's depending on if you enjoy this kind of content, that's a good thing or a really bad thing.
If you're a Guardian main, first of all, how dare you?
Yeah.
Second of all, welcome. We'll be here a while. We do like that Noah has more cards in deck. I think, you know, even leaking, if he leaks 1 damage a turn, but doesn't have any threat on the bounce back, we win that game in the long run. Oh, the CLF, no fuse, but a CLF obviously
very
quite
gross.
painful. And then we're gonna pitch the Frost here to on-hit the Frost, or on-hit the Hammer, and then hope that our opponent doesn't really have any sort of crackback, and knowing that he's Oldhim, you know, worst case he does have a fused Oakenold, which we're not a huge fan of, but we haven't seen too many of those. We haven't even seen an Oakenold pitch yet, have we?
I don't think so.
He's responding to the CLF here.
With the crown. Yeah, I don't think Oldtimes want to attack ever. They just sometimes are forced to.
Yeah.
He just wants to go, I block.
But I mean, given that, I don't think there's a world where Oldhim really ends up winning in the long run.
Yeah.
Joe does bring up the Earth React, but I don't even think that's relevant late. Like, I mean, it's 2 damage.
Yeah.
So you're like pitching for 2 damage, but
the end game just gets
blocking.
So awkward.
Starvo's using 1 card a turn. He's pitching 3 and using 1.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we're pitching 2 and using 1.
CNC
so, I mean,
against a Crown of Seeds deck is now he
again,
might actually know that there's an Oakenold there. Oh, so yeah, he's gonna crown it away. So I mean, maybe Noah had the Oakenold fusion, and now he doesn't. Would be a little sad. But
yeah, I mean that's relevant. But I mean, I think he's been using the CNCs as a block 3 for most of the game.
Just take a solid 4 here.
We do know that he's not running Autumn's Touches because they're just playing post-ban decks.
I feel a Starvo activation here.
I'd love to see one.
We're playing a flash.
We're just flashing.
We don't love the Flash, but we don't hate it either.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my least favorite comic book characters.
He goes fast though.
He does go fast. When I am in the mood for fast, I turn to a one Sonic the Hedgehog. Personally.
Yeah, I will not watch those movies because of Jim Carrey.
Interesting. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of Jim Carrey either.
Yeah.
He's a good Robotnik. I was not even talking about the movies. You really want to get down on some deep Sonic lore? Go watch the early 90s cartoon with Jaleel White as the voice of Sonic. And just as a reminder, if you are unfamiliar with who Jaleel White is, he is Steve Urkel from the Urkel Family Matters show.
Wow.
And yeah,
that's wild.
It really is just Urkel as Sonic.
That's incredible. Alright, so we get 2 pretty solid cards out of his hand. And then we come in with just a 4 attack, no on hit. This can be covered up with a Crown of Seeds, with Tunic, and a 3 block. Looks like he's saving his Tunic trigger. This really brings up the question: what's the most toxic kind of like match? This kind of feels like a mirror match in ways, you know. Is Prism more toxic to watch?
I really think it depends on what your favorite hero is.
It's true.
Like, if you're a Guardian player, if you just stand the Guardian class, you might enjoy this. Like, I think as a people that like Prism, the Prism mirror is still like fun. There's a fair amount of interaction happening.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate with the way Prism works. All the interaction is just the sound of glass shattering, and no other like actual like back and forth. And that the win condition in that matchup is like with the current builds is a little binary of just like I got more auras than you, so I just get more pressure. And this game honestly this game's kind of like how Flesh and Blood was meant to be played. This is the James White vision. We got two beefy boys throwing big punches at each other.
Yeah.
One's throwing bigger punches than the other typically, but so that's fine. I mean, and then you got like stuff like the chain mirror, which if you're really into like slots or like the casino, that's a really exciting matchup.
That is true.
For you.
You never
It's
know
like opening up a pack of cards.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. I like how we say that, but there's a fucking Starvo in play right now. The RNG heroes. I think from a spectator point of view, though, these are the games that are just going to last the longest, with the least, like, if you're watching, like, a chain Prism, at least the chain player is, like, just doing chain things.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, that's neat, there's some nice interaction there, that was a good play or whatever. Whereas this is just like, here's an Autumn's Touch, here's a Winter's Wail. You blocked it? Alright, next turn.
Lots of Winter's Wails. Is channel still active? I'm not sure. Looks like it is. This is coming in for 4.
Does it appear, well, it looks like it was a second channel because there was a...
Oh, you're right.
The first channel
Right.
did get binned.
No, it takes another 4 here.
Alright, hopefully we got a fuse here. The Winter's Wail came back to the hand, as it does sometimes.
All right, we got the ding 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 ding. Woo woo.
Alarm bells are going off.
They're
What do we
going
got?
off.
We know that we didn't like crown. So are we crowning to? Okay. Oh
Uh-oh.
baby, what's in that arsenal?
Ooh.
It's a crippling crush. Okay.
That is a meaty, chunky little boy.
We've seen a lot of staunch responses.
We have.
What are the chances that there's one in arsenal right now?
This might be Noah's favorite card to play.
If I had to associate a card with Noah, Kegel, Bagel TCG, it would be Red Crippling Crush. Obviously, Crippling Crush is a Majestic, so it can only be red, but Crippling Crush feels like a Noah card.
It's because the depiction of Bravo looks exactly like Noah.
Yes, that is Noah to a T.
Yep. That is, in fact, Bagel TCG in the morning.
There's actually about 150 pounds of muscle on top of Noah in that picture, so you actually can't see him, but...
Pitch. Oh my gosh. The red staunch for 10, 11,
13.
12, and then a crater fizz. Oh, so...
He took damage.
Oh,
but
I
didn't
see.
crush,
I see. The crush didn't. Okay.
Which is fine. I mean, it sucks that it didn't take any damage, but it did do essentially what Crippling Crush would do and strip cards out of the hand. You prefer them to be discarded, obviously, for
basically time walk your opponent.
reasons, but yeah. Leak some damage. Time walking feels like a lot bigger in this game than it does in Magic in certain regards. Like, when we use the phrase time walk in Magic, right? A lot of times we use it as like a not the actual card time walk, but when you break down the fundamentals of what a turn is in Magic, it is a draw, it is a land drop,
right?
It is an attack step. So when you're skipping 2 out of 3 of those, a lot of times you'll say, "Oh yeah, I time walked him that turn because he didn't get to play his land, he didn't get to attack, or he didn't get to draw." Or like when you memory lapse someone or plow under, those are feelings of getting time walked, and they suck. But in this game, time walking often, you're leaking damage as well. So there's always that threat of like, okay, we're now back where we were last turn. Only I have 5 less health. And that's relevant.
Yeah, when you see a hammer on a 4-card hand, you gotta know that is not a good hand.
Yeah, for sure. We aren't the biggest fan of that, but.
But what can old him do? What kind of pressure does he got? Is it just a hammer? You never know. We have an Oakenhold.
So just naked Oakenhold.
Just got 7 coming our way. No on hit, no fusion. As God kind of intended.
No, this isn't like God intended this to be 9 dominant.
Yeah, that's true. This is when young Oldhim uses this attack.
He hasn't learned the ice mastery yet. Alright, so we are taking 5 from this.
Okay.
Hopefully we've got a fusion.
If we take damage, we generally want it to be because we have a fusion. Oh,
yeah,
we see the hand drag over. Here we go. We've got 1 card left in hand. What is it?
Another crippling. Holy
Baby,
crap.
it's a crippling crush.
There's gotta not be one, right? Like, there's
I know. Every big thing, there's been, like, a staunch. So, like, how about no? How about no staunches this time?
No staunches?
No staunches? Oh, my gosh. Oh, gosh. If he pitches 2 blues, I'm going to scream. I am going to scream.
I've already lost my mind.
Oh.
Okay.
Is it a red staunch, though? Oh, wow. Oh, no.
No.
No! Oh.
How many staunches have been played?
Oh, this is...
I mean, we still do get a little bit of damage through. We don't like the fact that he gets to whale us. We didn't get an arsenal here, so...
Yeah, this is just a whale on the return, or just an arsenal. Nah, he's just whaling for 4.
Yeah, it's not even frosty. Oof. We think about crater fisting here. Just okay. No, we're going to 3.
Noah says,
okay.
Yeah, Oldhim, I don't care about you.
Because you cannot pummel me. So.
Oh my gosh.
We would love for there to be a fuse here.
You shouldn't be allowed to just staunch that many.
You got to be running out of medical supplies soon, man. Come on.
We do have a tuning trigger here. It could be relevant. It's not.
Yep.
Okay, so...
We're fine with this. This is just an on-curve fuse. You get a break ground out. You get a card in arsenal.
It's like this kind of turn could just randomly deal a lot of damage if his hand doesn't have D-reacts, right?
Very true. He still does have the boots. I do love this way of Crown of Seizing. Perhaps my favorite way to Crown of Seeds. Start doing that at tournaments and just making everyone very suspicious of me as a person.
Move, just pick
up my whole deck and put it on top of my arsenal. And then...
Oh my gosh. Yep, so we're blocking 2 currently, 1 with the Crown of Seeds, 1 with the shield.
An hour into this match, Noah has decided to start putting damage dice on it.
Once he's at 3 health. Well, the amount of thinking makes me think maybe no D-React? I want this to be the deck that everyone plays at Pro Tour this old time, so I can just run Prism and just massacre all of them. That would feel nice.
Yeah, I would likely do the same.
Holy hell, this game is still going on? I stopped watching for like 10 minutes.
Yeah. Currently in the tank on this block here. I think we've got a D-React issue. I don't think he's got one. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, what's going on? Alright, we got a 3 block added to this, so this is a total of 5. Looks like he's taking 4. Goes to 5, and we have a little wintry whale. Keeping a 3-card hand. Wow, pitching an ice and loft. Oh, for the... Yep. So, he has gone to second cycle.
So if...
Okay, I think I know what this turn is. I think this is pitch, hammer... Oh, no, never mind. I'm done. Don't worry about it. I was like, he's going to cycle back to that pummel he pitched really early in the game.
Yeah. Obviously, he wouldn't be able to do that now, so... Fortunately, but that is something, hopefully, that Noah was paying attention to.
I mean, Noah here has a clean hammer block. You could block with the tunic, the crown. Yeah. Yep, he wants to save his hand. It's rough. Losing the tunic's pretty big. But maybe this hand is gas. Hand has to be gas, right? Yeah. So no staunches.
Ding, 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 ding.
Woo! 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 This is a good card. Turns out.
Yeah, that's not a bad play.
Turns out 11 dominate go again pretty good. The question is, more staunches? I think we're gonna crown. So that's good. No D-React in Arsenal, but a big staunch can still staunch this.
He's digging for a staunch.
Ugh. There was a yellow staunch that was pitched quite early in the game. He might have that. I think that's would be the 5th played staunch in a very staunchy game of Flesh and Blood. I love staunches. We love staunches. We're flipping a deck. What's going on? What is happening? Oh, he lost. The game's over. We have a concession. Noah has relayed this to us. It looks like he, in fact, had no staunches.
Looks like he's out of cards in his deck. Is that what happened?
No, he just got Okanolded with no staunches, so I mean, it's just over.
Interesting. Wow.
So
okay, you love to see it.
Perhaps the most intense and exciting game of Flesh and Blood has finally concluded, and we have 2-0 wins so far for this week. So that's pretty hype for us.
That is pretty hyped. Do you like to see it?
I'm not exactly sure when the next game is, but it's gonna be a game, and it's gonna be on the Twitch feed, and it's gonna be a game.
To explain, he was telling me if he blocks Okanold, he loses his hand and then Whales kills him.
Gotcha. Yep, that makes sense. He didn't. If he didn't have the staunch, he was basically dead there.
He was saying he doesn't straight up die to the Okanold, but he won't have. It'll take 2 cards, and then he will die to Whale.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was what he was explaining. But yeah, 2-0.
2-0. Let's go.
Let's go.